Hello everybody, welcome back to Tom Reads Things. My name is Tom. I hope you're all very well and welcome to another Vlogmas video. And today I'm going to be doing a video that I've been wanting to do for absolutely ages, and I'm going to do it again in the spring, but I'm going to do a festive version this time for Vlogmas, obviously, and that is I'm going to be pairing festive teas with books. So yeah, I've been wanting to do this for absolutely ages, and luckily I've got my Charles Dickens mug with, and I'm going to be trying each tea as I go along and then pairing it with a book. So yeah, I got this, my friend Sophia bought me this from the Charles Dickens Museum when we visited recently, when I did a tour of Victorian London for Victober this year, and I'll link that video down below. So yeah, Dickens mug. Trying festive teas, pairing them with books. What more could you want? I couldn't want anything more. I really couldn't. Actually, there's a great link here actually, because my friend Sophia bought me this mug from the Charles Dickens Museum, and all of the teas I'm going to be trying today are festive teas from her tea shop that she runs in Ely in Cambridgeshire. It's called Samovar Tea House and it's absolutely beautiful. I will link their Instagram account down below. Go and give them a follow and tell them I sent you. So the first tea that I'm going to be looking at is this one. This one is called Snow White. Oh my God, it smells like mince pies. It smells like mince pies. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's really nice and fragrant. So it's got these gorgeous little sugar snowflakes in it. You probably can't see. It's got dried cranberries, it's got sultanas, it's got apple, it's got almonds. It's very, very, there's a floral kick to it as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. And just look at it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that properly there, but it's absolutely yum. So let's try some, shall we? There's only one book I could pair such a festive tea with. Honestly, that is so rich and gorgeous, and basically it's like a mince pie tea. It's absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to pair it with A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So this book obviously is the quintessential Christmas book. It follows the story of Ebenezer Scrooge and his life in Victorian London. Ebenezer Scrooge is a horrible man. He's all out for money. He doesn't care about the human heart or kindness or joy or anything like that. And then one Christmas Eve, he is visited by three spirits: the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas yet to come. And I'm sure you all know this story anyway, so I'm hopefully not spoiling it all for you, but he learns his lesson that Christmas Eve, and on Christmas Day he wakes up and he is overcome with joy and can't wait to spread joy throughout the land. It's such a wonderful Christmas book. It's very warming. It's absolutely gorgeous and cozy and wonderful, and just reminds me so much of wonderful childhood Christmases, as does that tea. So yes, I am pairing Snow White tea with A Christmas Carol. The next tea that we're going to be looking at is called Sweet Dreams. So this is a chamomile tea, which is supposed to help you sleep, hence the name Sweet Dreams. Oh, it's so nice. This is, so I don't know if you can see it there, but this is, I think this is chamomile and green tea, and it's got apple in it, dried apple. It's got rose, it's got lavender. I think it's got sweet pea as well. It's absolutely gorgeous, and even just smelling it, it just makes you want to go, ugh, and go to sleep. But having said that, it's got some kind of kick to it as well. I don't know if it's like some kind of spice or something, but it's like, it's a nice, calming, soothing, on the surface, calming and soothing tea. I know what book I'm going to pair this with. On the surface, it's a nice, calming and soothing tea, but underneath, there's a bit of a kick to it. So let's pair it, shall we? So the book that I am pairing Sweet Dreams with is A Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. So the reason I'm pairing it with this book is because the tea, like the book, on the surface is quite sweet, quite warm, quite cosy. This book tells the story of kind of a rural English parish and the fact that they have a parish councillor position available, and the people of the parish have to vote for who they want the councillor to be. That kind of, to me, seems very Vicar of Dibley, very, you know, calm and, you know, nice and quaint on the surface. But as you scratch away at these characters in this book, underneath you get to understand the stories and the struggles and the strife that each of these characters is having to deal with, and actually some really quite dark things happening in this local community. This is a riveting book. This is the first book I've read of J.K. Rowling's after Harry Potter. I haven't read any of her Robert Galbraith stuff, and I don't know if that appeals to me really. But this book was just absolutely brilliant. It was breathtaking. J.K. Rowling, she just writes brilliant stories, and she writes worlds. She creates these worlds that are so totally believable. Even in Harry Potter, she makes it so rich and detailed that it's believable. And these characters are so real in this book that it's just absolutely brilliant. I know Emily over at Novell Novels read this recently and really enjoyed it as well. I know Katie over at Books and Things is a big fan of this book. Oh, I just love it. So that's why I'm pairing it with Sweet Dreams, because on the surface it's very calm, very soothing, very nice, very quaint, very unoffending, but actually underneath there's a real kick to this and a real kind of a real spice, really. So yes, I am pairing Sweet Dreams with J.K. Rowling's A Casual Vacancy. Now then, the next tea that we're looking at is this one. This is called Winter Sun. So let's have a sniff up of it, shall we? Oh, it's just, oh, it's so rich. So this one is, it's an orange base, I think. It's very citrusy. It's, but it packs a punch with some nice turmeric in there as well. Oh, it's so wintry. So yeah, it's got turmeric, it's got dried citrus. Again, I think it's got maybe some sweet pea, some dried apple. Very festive, very sort of wintry and very fitting for this time of year. Look at that. I don't even know if you can see it or not, but look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's really nice. What will I pair this with? I think it's got cloves in there as well. Winter Sun. Winter Sun. Let's have a think, shall we? So I have decided to pair Winter Sun with Wakenhurst by Michelle Paver. Now, the reason I am choosing this book to pair with Winter Sun has to do with the location that this book is set in. So this book is set in the Fens, and it's actually where I live. The Fenland area in North Cambridgeshire is a very well-renowned area for agriculture. I think it's where a huge percentage of the UK's vegetables are grown. So yeah, it's set here. It also references bookshops that I actually go and buy books from myself, which is quite strange. It's a gothic thriller and it's an absolute bloody masterpiece. I love this book and cannot wait to read some more by Michelle Paver. So the reason I am pairing it with Winter Sun is because the Fenland area is renowned for its sunsets. So the area around where I live is incredibly flat, hence all the agriculture. But what you lack in hills and mountains, you more than make up for in sky. You get a lot of sky in the Fens. And because you can see so much sky, because there's nothing getting in the way of it, you have these just absolutely amazing bright orange and red and golden sunsets, and they are absolutely beautiful. That's why I'm pairing it with Winter Sun. So this book, anyway, getting back to it, references that landscape a lot, and the landscape is kind of an integral part of this book and really helps to bring the story and the characters to life. It follows the story of a young girl, and unfortunately during the beginning of the book her mother dies, and she lives with her her father in a grand kind of stately home in the middle of the in the middle of the Fens. It's historical fiction, I should have said, sorry. I believe it's set in the very, very early 20th century. And all of a sudden she starts to notice some strange things about her father. They find something in a church in the grounds of her home, and all of a sudden things just go wild. I won't say too much more because I really want people to read this book. It is absolutely brilliant. It's captivating, it's spellbinding, it's wonderful. Read it, please. So yes, that is why I am pairing Wakenhurst by Michelle Paver with the wonderful Winter Sun. Now the last tea that I have to pair up is this one. Now this one is called Mulled Wine. Oh, that is so, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's basically just like mulled wine in a tea. What have we got in here then? We've got dried apple, we've got I believe rose, dried sultanas, cranberries, yeah, apple, and some black tea, definitely some cloves in there as well. Cinnamon you can see in here, maybe even some star anise, I don't know. But this is very, very, very rich and heady and aromatic and beautiful. This is the perfect tea to sit in front of the fire with on a winter's evening, Christmas Eve. If you don't drink alcohol like me, you can have a glass of mulled wine tea, which is alcohol free. Oh, it's so nice. There's peppercorns in here as well. Goodness me, she's a real genius, my friend Sophia, brewing these teas. So I need a book to pair this with, which is heady, aromatic. For me, mulled wine makes me think of London. It makes me think of Victorian London. So I need a book that is heady, full-bodied, and references Victorian London. So I have chosen to pair mulled wine tea with Bleak House by Charles Dickens. The reason being the tea itself, let me grab it. The tea is heady, it's aromatic, it's full-bodied, it's rich, incredibly rich and plush, and I think this book is as well. There's so much to get your teeth into here in this tea, and there's so much to get your teeth into here with this book. The tea reminds me, as I said, of Victorian London, and the opening paragraph of Bleak House is probably my favourite paragraph in all literature ever. And it invokes for me everything that I absolutely adore about Dickens and his writing, and that is his ability to conjure up in my mind a beautifully crafted image of Victorian London. Let me just read the first paragraph for you because I think you'll agree it is really rather quite brilliant. London, Michaelmas term lately over, and the Lord Chancellor sitting in Lincoln's Inn Hall. Implacable November weather, as much mud in the streets as if the waters had but newly retired from the face of the earth, and it would not be wonderful to meet a megalosaurus 40 feet long or so, waddling like an elephantine lizard up Holborn Hill. Smoke lowering down from chimney pots, making a soft black drizzle with flakes of soot in it as big as full-grown snowflakes. Gone into mourning, one might imagine, for the death of the sun. Dogs, indistinguishable in mire, horses scarcely better, splashed to their very blinkers, foot passengers jostling on one another's umbrellas, in a general infection of ill temper and losing their foothold at street corners, where tens of thousands of other foot passengers have been slipping and sliding since the day broke, if the day ever broke, adding new deposits to the crust upon crust of mud, sticking at those points tenaciously to the pavement and accumulating at compound interest. Oh, this is wonderful. It's rich. It's unashamedly plush and beautiful, and I absolutely adore this book and love Dickens' writing, especially that first bloody paragraph. So yes, that is why I am pairing Mulled Wine with Bleak House by Charles Dickens. Oh, goodness me, I've got 4 cups of tea that I need to drink now. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've really enjoyed this. I am going to be doing another one of these videos where I pair tea with books in the spring. Yeah, as I said at the top of this video, I thought I would do a festive version. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another Vlogmas video. Thanks, bye.